Guys, I beg, can you leave Tommy Aspinall alone? He is not happy with the MMA community because you guys are bullying him. Please leave him alone. It's not. I'm joking, guys. We're not. I'm not part of the people chatting shit, but a lot of guys have been chatting shit, saying Tom Aspinall is milking it, and he needs to fucking grow a pair. Everyone's kind of been bullying him, getting onto him, and whatnot. What I will say is, I don't actually know how bad the eye poke supposedly was. Only Tom Aspinall, the person who got poked in the eye, would know the answer to that question. But everyone's been roasting him online. To be fair, he hasn't actually been active until recent days, and he had a lot of things to say. We're gonna go through some stuff. I just wanna let's get this post up here. As you can see, it's a picture of Tom Aspinall, Dana White, and Tom Aspinall apparently was not happy with Dana White's comments after UFC 321. Guys, Tom Aspinall came with his receipts. He's got his receipts. And listen, I can't knock him. If he has got his receipts, then boy, he's not lying, innit? But quickly, let's read this. Tom Aspinall was not happy with Dana White's comments at the UFC 321 press conference regarding whether or not he could continue after the eye poke. And Tom Aspinall had this to say: I'll tell you why I didn't continue. Because I'm not a fucking dummy. You know what? Let me reread that. I'll tell you why I didn't continue. Because I'm not a fucking dummy, mate. You understand, mate? Obviously, he's from Manny, but I had to put on my Cockney accent because I can't do the Manny accent. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's what he had to say. Obviously, the way Dana White actually phrased it, he actually said Garn had blooded up Tom and Tom didn't want to continue. That's word for word. That's how Dana White said it. So essentially what he was insinuating is that Tom Aspinall quit. Because I'll be honest, that's what it sounds like you're saying. I can't interpret it any other way because literally how he said it is the way it comes across. So unless he genuinely didn't mean it like that, then he should have came out after and said, oh, that's not what I meant, whatever. But Tom Aspinall has had quite a few things to say. Let's actually get the receipt up. Where is the receipts? Get it up for you guys here. All right, here it is. Here is the apparent receipt from Tom Aspinall's checkup or whatever. So let's quickly read it out. Obviously, it says Mr. Thomas Paul Aspinall. NHS number obviously has to blur that out, and his address has to blur that out. But this is actually the receipt from the 24th of November, 2025. So this was last week. And it says Mr. Aspinall sustained significant bilateral ocular trauma during a professional sporting event in late October 2025. Immediate visual disturbance resulted in the fight being stopped. Confirmed clinical findings. Advanced imaging, CT and MRI confirmed orbital soft tissue trauma. I don't know how to say that word, guys. Usually I'm good with words, but I genuinely don't know how to say this one. Fucking hell, that's a ton. Orthoptic evaluations demonstrated impaired binocular coordination and restricted ocular motility. Bilateral traumatic Brown syndrome, indicating disruption of superior oblique tendon trochlear mechanism. Some of these words, I don't know how to say them. I've never heard of them. But if you know me, after I'm going to do my research and I'm going to learn how to say them because I take my pronunciations and spellings and everything very serious, guys. And I've been like that since a child. But anyways, persistent diplopia, double vision, especially in positions of up gaze and lateral gaze. Reduced best corrected visual acuity post-trauma, marked peripheral vision field impairment confirmed by automated perimetry, CT scan suggesting a minimal displaced fracture of the right medial orbital wall. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I don't understand most of that shit. So, but from the looks of things, it doesn't sound like it was something minor. It seems like it was quite serious. Where? Oh! I've just found another post. Let's get this up for you guys now because. Let me just play this post for you because it's been captioned. Tom Aspinall reveals he may need surgery on both of his eyes. So.
Surgery on both eyes. They're talking about injection. I have to get an injection in the eyeball.
What are they saying right now in terms of what the recovery time will be, what you're facing, when you could be back to 100%?
So obviously I want to get back as soon as possible. That's the plan. But I'm also aware that with eyes, you got to be careful. So they don't really know when I'm going to be back at the moment. I'm still like not even clear to train or do anything. They're talking about doing surgery on both eyes. They're talking about injection. I have to get an injection in the eyeball soon.
Jeez.
So I'm not looking forward to that. So yeah, I don't really know at this point. I don't know.
Have you been able to do any type of like physical activity at all?
I've just been like doing bits of weights, like just put like bodybuilding weights, and just a little bit of cardio as well. But I'm still, because I got a double vision.
Yeah.
If like I change direction too quick, I start getting really dizzy and stuff. So I've just been doing a little bit of cardio, like a little bit of jogging, a little bit on the bike and stuff like that. Nothing to brag about, mate. They're talking about.
Guys, I don't know, man. Listen, I'm not Tom Aspinall, so I don't know what he's going through. I don't know what he's feeling, but I don't know, man. To me, it seems as if he's milking it a little bit. And honestly, I don't want to come across disrespectful because obviously, listen, it takes a real warrior to be able to step in that octagon and compete against another man, to then get eye pokes. And listen, eye pokes can be quite bad. Like I've said in one of my previous videos, there was a time recently I was sparring with one of my good friends. I've never eye poked anyone in my life when it comes to sparring, yeah? But for some reason, we went to engage, the range is closed between us, and for some reason, I've literally stuck my hand out, but I've gone like that, and I literally knew I did it straight away. But his eye was actually fucked for the rest of the evening. Even the next day, it was still hurting a little bit. He wasn't 100%, I would say, with the eye, but I mean, it took quite a while before it fully got back to 100%. So maybe Tom Aspinall isn't lying. I genuinely don't know, but it just seems. Why is it out of like we've seen so many different injuries? Even Conor McGregor's leg break, yeah, the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts had a crazy injury, but that hasn't been documented as much as Tom Aspinall's eyes. So I genuinely don't know what to believe. Obviously, I'll give Tom Aspinall the benefit of the doubt because if he's saying all of these things and he brings the receipt, I don't really have no other choice but to believe him. Part of me does feel like he's milking it a little bit, but I don't know. And that's genuinely not me trying to be disrespectful or say another man is lying about his injury or whatever. It's just, it's being milked a tad too much. We don't know when he's going to return. So that means the heavyweight division is on pause because Gane and Aspinall will be the fight to make. Well, that's the fight the UFC is going to reschedule. We need to see how that fight goes. All I will say is this, yeah, before I end the video. In that fight with Cyril Gane, Tom Aspinall was having a bit of a harder time compared to other fights. And from what I've seen, it did look like he was struggling to figure out Cyril Gane a little bit. They can both make adjustments. Obviously, Cyril Gane needs to stop with the cheating stuff because I'll be honest, from when John Jones called it out, I have seen Cyril Gane do some sus stuff. Punches back behind the head, groin shots, you know. I don't know if he does it on purpose, but it seems to be a reoccurring theme. So I will give Tom Aspinall the benefit of the doubt because Cyril Gant is known to cheat sometimes. I'm not saying he's intentionally cheating, but it's a foul at the end of the day, so you cheated. And for the fact he posted the receipts, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, lads. But I just think it's being milked a bit too much. But shouts out to Tom Aspinall. We wish you a speedy recovery, mate. And we hope to see you back in the octagon very, very soon. That's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is Tom Aspinall milking it, or do you actually believe him? Let me know. Comment below. Like and subscribe, guys, as usual. Please hit that subscribe button. Like, share to your friends. All of that. We're trying to get to 250 or 300 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you to everyone that has hit the subscribe button. We'll be back again tomorrow, or maybe the day after, or maybe we'll be back later tonight. Who knows? Who knows, mate? Just fucking hit the subscribe button.